Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome everyone back to another Call of Duty video. Hopefully you are all enjoying your day, and as you can see by the title today, we're going to be going over some new leaks within Call of Duty 2017. As you all know, November this year we should be seeing a new Call of Duty. There's been a lot of leaks and talks about it going back to Vietnam, back to its old Call of Duty roots, and some of the leaks that I'll be presenting to you today seems like Call of Duty is actually going to go through that route, which is going to be absolutely amazing. Obviously, some of these leaks could be true, some of them could be false, we don't know, but usually this time of the year, when it's like another 10 or 11 months until we get the next Call of Duty, we see little kind of hints, a bit of leaks, and sometimes during around August or so, obviously we'll see the new trailer and everything will be confirmed. But as of now, all we have is some leaks to go off, and if you want more videos like this, let me know in the comment section down below. So starting off with the first leak we're going to be looking at in today's video, we're going to be looking at 3 of them, and the first one we're going to be looking at is Sledgehammer Games. And as we know, Sledgehammer Games is going to be developing the next Call of Duty, but what's quite interesting with Sledgehammer Games is that on their website, if you go over to their website, you can actually have a look at some of the jobs they have open. And as we all know, they post these job offers on their website so they can get the person in the position they want to in their studio to help them create obviously the next Call of Duty game. But as I was saying, they had a job offer open, as you can see by the picture on the screen, and one of the responsibilities they added on to the job application for what the person who wants the job needs is that they need to, in quotes, create and iterate on the second-to-second experiences in the game. So you may be wondering, what does that mean? What are Sledgehammer Games looking for? And it seems to me they're looking for someone who can make a great gameplay experience and obviously make the flow of the game work rather than just focusing on the same Call of Duty structure over and over again. And keeping in mind with the word gameplay experience, because there's been a lot of leaks obviously that this is going to be going to the Vietnam stage, going back to World War II, going to the old world era. And by looking at this application, I think what Sledgehammer Games want is someone who can basically do some awesome video effects, who can make dynamic map changes, who can do a whole load of all those awesome effects. As we know in Battlefield 1, you can obviously blow up buildings, there's tanks, there's awesome cinematic features within that game, and I think they're trying to bring that into Call of Duty Vietnam, because as you guys know, if you were to play in World War II, or if you were to play Call of Duty World at War, it's kind of bland if you look at it, but obviously if the graphics were updated, if you could go in the tank, you could feel the explosions, you could shoot buildings down. I don't know, but it seems to me that they're going to go through that direction since they want someone who can make the flow of the game better, which will of course make the gameplay experience second to second as it's suggested. So I want to know what you guys think. Do you think it could mean something else, or do you think it's got something to do with dynamic map elements within the game? Because if it does, I think what we'll be getting at the end of this year, if it does happen to be Vietnam, will be amazing. We could see different types of cinematic experiences, or even possibly some dynamic stuff within the map itself, which would be absolutely amazing. On that note as well, within the job offer, they also wanted new 3D animation experts, and of course they also wanted some visual effects experts to help them out in the studio, which is kind of interesting. So it kind of shows you that they need a lot of people, and it seems to me they are really trying hard to make this game really good. So hopefully that does happen at the end of this year. So moving over to the next leak we're going to be looking at in today's video. This is a post on a website called babylonbee.com, and firstly I want to say that this post probably isn't true, but it is a leak nonetheless, and I still have to cover it. And on the actual article, as you can see on the screen right now, it basically says the next Call of Duty will be called Call of Duty Spiritual Warfare. So as you can tell, I don't think in a million years Call of Duty will ever be called Spiritual Warfare, because as you can probably suggest already, it's got something to do with religion, and I don't think anyone wants to play a game that has anything to do with religion at all. They just want to focus on multiplayer and killing people, Definitely has nothing to do with religion at all. And what the article says is that it says, in one set piece, the player is thrust into the heat of battle against the armies of Satan as his squad of prayer warriors is assigned to defend a massive hedge of protection placed in a key position to keep the hordes of the underworld at bay. So as you can tell already, yes, it definitely does sound nothing like Call of Duty at all. I mean, they're talking about Satan, the underworld, and all these weird things. That'll never ever happen in Call of Duty. Could be a DLC. Who knows? It probably sounds something like it. But they also added in quotes, or they quoted another person, which I thought was definitely fake. And what it says is, we were going for a hardcore gritty simulation rather than a more cinematic approach. Lead game designer Gilbert Phillips told video game news outlets as he provided a brief demo of the Xbox version of the game. In this level, I'm tasked with casting out a demon by yelling different phrases in Latin and brandishing a crucifix. As you can tell, sounds nothing like Call of Duty, but nonetheless, it was a leak I had to cover. It will never be called Spiritual Warfare or have anything to do with religion in the future. So that one definitely has to be a fake leak that will never happen in Call of Duty. So if we head over to leak number 3, which will be the last leak we're going to be looking at in today's video, this has something to do with Mega Bloks. As we all know, Mega Bloks is those kind of little figurine things that are kind of like Lego, but it's not Lego, so we don't want any of it. And more or less, I've seen around on different news blogs everywhere that apparently they leaked the next Call of Duty. And you may be wondering, how in the hell did Mega Bloks leak the next Call of Duty? Well, if you don't know, Mega Bloks makes Call of Duty miniature action figures, as you can see on the screen. They also do Halo, the game Halo, and some other cartoons and stuff, I think. I'm not really too sure. But on their website, apparently from these news blogs, they had Call of Duty soldiers next to old Jeeps, next to old vans with old style World War weapons, and apparently that was on Mega Bloks' website. I had a look around and unfortunately I couldn't find anything like that at all, so they probably removed it. But if this happens to be true, then it looks like we possibly will be getting Call of Duty Vietnam, because if you didn't already know, this isn't the first time a toy company has accidentally leaked something out. I do remember one big blockbuster movie made action figures and it was actually leaked out, and everyone kind of found out that the next series of the movie was going to be held in this particular location and had these particular characters. And I guess you could say that this possibly could be true, because as I said before, there has been some toy manufacturers who have accidentally leaked out the new game or new figures that weren't actually meant to come out, but I couldn't find anything on the internet of it. If you have any information, let me know in the comment section down below. And apart from that, that is the video for today. We were looking at 3 leaks which have come about in the last week or so. If you want me to do more videos like this, let me know in the comment section down below. Also, let me know if you would like to see Call of Duty Vietnam at the end of the year, because I myself would absolutely love it. And if that did have to be the case, that'd be absolutely amazing. But apart from that, hopefully you did enjoy, and I will catch you guys later. Globe out.